にされました。エラ西にされました。メディ、メディ。
Nicola and I there right away. We need to get into this fight.
You can't help them.
What are you talking about? Why?
Because the entire facility fell in 20 minutes.
Tokyo's gone.
Dr. Hiromada refused to evacuate until his staff were already out. We found his body in the main lab. Most of the residents got out safely, but if we'd been housing anything dangerous at the time...
We'd have a much larger problem on our hands.
Do you have any idea how they beat the EM shield? That should have prevented them from transporting within the facility. Teleporting within it would disrupt their molecular structure beyond recognition.
They targeted the EM shields right after the breach. After that, we had no hope against them. All our defensive weapons were useless.
Get in by brute force, turn off our best defense, take out the head of the house. All in just minutes.
There's more. We detected a remotely activated data burst just before the facility was set on fire.
How much information did they steal?
All of it, Dr. Magnus.
The EM shield is the only thing that can stop them. If they continue finding ways to counteract it, we'll have no defense.
Henry Foss is working with his counterparts at all of your sanctuaries. He's assembled a list of new security upgrades which include modified shield codes and better perimeter safeguards.
With all respect, Ashley knows every facility, every security protocol.
I'm aware of that. Henry's new countermeasures were designed with Ashley's knowledge in mind. And that said, I've asked each of you to evacuate all residents and personnel until this crisis is over.
You mentioned a weapon that could potentially stop these beings. When can that come into play?
Soon, I hope. In the meantime, we're working on finding out which of the sanctuaries will be the Cabal's next target. As much as I hate to use this terminology, we are at war. And one that we are ill-prepared for.
Can't we request assistance from the intelligence community?
Our job is to handle situations exactly like this one. It's why governments allow us to exist. If we can't deal with this, there is no other line of defense.
Did you really inject your own blood into little Damien here?
We have to see the effects of the radiation blast on source blood physiology, and I'm hardly going to do the test on myself.
I hope it doesn't make him too sick.
Oh, yes, me too. Stand back.
Dude, it's losing its mind.
Interesting.
Hey, making Ashley crazy mad is not in the same category as disabling her.
We learn more from failure than from success, so I've heard.
Okay, so basically, we're back at square one. That's awesome.
Listen, the Cabal have been planning this move for decades. I've had 2 days, a crappy lab, and Tiny Tim for an assistant, so please cut me some slack.
If you think working with you is a party, think again, Vlad.
Good, you finally showed up. Quit your whining and get to work.
You look happy?
You heard about Tokyo.
Sounded rough.
Look, you can help stop this from happening again. And spare me the I don't work for free speech. You know the Cabal, their strategies, their methods. Look, this is a great opportunity for you to buy yourself some credibility. The head of the sanctuary plus other key personnel were targeted in the Tokyo attack.
And I'm betting they sent a remote data burst before they torch the place too.
Yeah.
You're in for a world of hurt, my friend.
What are they planning?
The Cabal's been dying to cut off the snake's head of the network for decades.
But they can't get to Magnus directly.
But now, thanks to Ashley, they can work both ends against the middle.
So they plan to target the heads of every house.
And I'm betting Magnus Jr. knows all the code schematics and protocols to get her and her freaky friends into every sanctuary in the world, right?
So they want to isolate us. Cut us off from each other. Knock out the other sanctuaries before going after the crown jewel.
This sanctuary is the most heavily fortified. Once they weaken the global network, I'm betting they'll hit London as a dry run before coming here.
You seem to know a lot about us. For somebody who's just a hired gun.
You seem to know squat about the Cabal. Not good news for your team, Boy Scout.
Magnus knows a hell of a lot more than you think.
Well, then she should use it.
What about Ashley? You must know something about what they've done to her and how they've changed her.
Like you said, I'm just a freelancer.
Really? Well, you seemed important enough for them to want to kill you when they thought you were compromised.
That doesn't mean I have an inside track on all things Cabal. It just means they like to kill people they don't trust. Honestly, I'm just here because I'm pretty sure they'll take this place last. And I just want to enjoy the last remaining peaceful hours of my life before I begin my career as a hunted fugitive. You should do the same.
Thanks.
Declan,
We just got word. Moscow's been hit.
how badly?
15 human casualties, 12 abnormal, lots of damage.
Beijing, New Delhi, now Moscow. None of our new security protocols are making any difference. Did you get the shipment I sent?
Both species are in a secured area now.
Good. I want them ready for deployment as soon as possible. If the pattern holds, we should have at least 7 hours before the next attack.
Welcome to London, gentlemen.
Will, Nicola, this is Declan McCrae, acting head of the UK facility.
Dr. Tesla, it's an honor.
Is it? Surely James Watson told you about me before he died.
He did indeed. In the most respectful terms.
Oh, then the honor is mine. You have big shoes to fill, Mr. McCrae.
We have a lab set up for you to continue your work, all according to the specifications you sent us.
I'll need wine, the good stuff, nothing cheap.
Of course. This way.
Will!
Hey, Clara. Oh my God.
God, I missed you.
You seem well, Clara.
Hey, Dr. Magnus. Mr. Jurett, nice to see you.
I see time in the Empire has taught you some manners.
Can you guys excuse us for a bit? I'm gonna rip Will's clothes off before the bad guys attack.
Okay, hold on a second. What are you still doing here? I thought you were going to evacuate with the other residents.
Well, I didn't join up so I could just run away when the going got tough. I want to help defend the place, and I think I owe Magnus that.
But you heard what happened to the other sanctuaries. It's going to get really bad here.
Invisible girl. Really, we need all the help we can get. Okay, so they have all these old movies here, the ones with the old British dudes acting in them.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have any bandages, but
Okay, that's spooky.
I have control now, Dr. Zimmerman.
We don't have time for this.
You're gonna be recalibrating the EM shield for the next 2 hours, and I haven't seen you in weeks.
Okay, 2 hours.
We have a tap on their security monitors, and we're detecting high-spectrum EM frequencies covering the entire compound.
They have their shield up. Very smart. Essentially takes Druid out of play. Make it clear they cannot teleport until they disable the shield.
Do you have a preferred point for initial breach?